Hi, and thanks for checking in for the weekly real estate recap. It's been a fantastic week in the world of Eccles and Hamilton with Remax Associates. Quick congratulations to Susan on the sale of your home, Krista and Tom on the purchase of your home, and as well as Brian and Veronica that just closed on your new home and are getting ready to move out here to Utah. We're thrilled to have you and thrilled for all of you guys. Congratulations. I just finished up meeting with some first-time home buyers. And they're a young couple just finishing up school, getting ready to step into their first home. And their criteria really match something that I'm seeing more as a trend with buyers and first-time home buyers in particular. And so I wanted to bring that to you guys and share it with you. And that is that they're not only looking at their first home, but they're looking at their first investment. Let me qualify that a little bit and explain what I mean. Most buyers, in fact probably all buyers, when they look at their first home or any home in purchase in general, are looking for an investment. They're looking for something that's going to appreciate over time, something that they're going to build equity in, and something that's going to be a solid investment for them. What I mean by they're looking for a first home and a first investment is that they're looking for something that they can use as an investment property now. In addition to being their first home, they want to rent out this property and be able to use this as an investment. And I'm seeing this happening more and more. And so I wanted to explore a few of those scenarios and a few of the types of properties that we're bringing to buyers that are looking for that. The first option that people are looking for is they're looking for a single family home that they're going to live in now. Not necessarily planning on having roommates or renting out any of it now. But what qualifies this as an investment is, in addition to saying, hey, I want something that's going to appreciate over time, I want something that's in a good area, I want something that I'm going to have good equity in, they're saying, I want something that I could rent out in a year to 2 years. We will typically, when somebody's putting in an offer, we'll do a comparative market analysis and we'll look and see what's sold in the area in the past 30, 60, 90 days, what's the going rate, and we're going to make sure that the purchase price that our buyers are getting the home for matches that going rate, or ideally is lower than that going rate so that they're buying a home for under market value. But in addition to that comparative market analysis, we're starting for a lot of clients to do a rental analysis so that they can see in a year if they should have a life change. You know, maybe they're working in a job that they know in a year it's possible they're going to get transferred out of state and they're wanting to be able to rent out that property. Or maybe they're looking at getting married and not sure if they're going to stay living in this home or if they're going to move in with a spouse, and so they want to know what their rental would be that way. It used to be that people would say to us, you know, in a year to 2 years, how do you think I'm going to be doing equity-wise? But a lot of times people are now saying, what could I rent this out for in a year to 2 years? The savvy consumer knows that rental rates are really driving up, and because it's actually in a lot of cases less expensive to have a mortgage than it is to pay rent on a single family home. A lot of people are able to not only cover their mortgage but actually be cash flowing and pulling in some money monthly when they rent out homes that they purchased as a single family home for themselves. I think that a big part of what's driving rentals up, or driving the demand up for rentals, is we've got a lot of buyers who maybe can't currently qualify because lending guidelines have gotten tighter. They can't necessarily qualify to buy a home now, but they want that experience of living in a house. Or we have people who have lived in homes, who have owned homes, but due to changes in the market, economic struggles, foreclosures, short sales, aren't able to purchase currently, but they want to live in that home. And so it's really driven up that demand for properties to rent, which has in turn driven up the price of rentals. So it's a great opportunity for people who buy a home when they need to transition out of that home to maybe rent it out instead of selling. Second type of property that we're seeing people move into or look for when they're looking for an investment as well as a property to purchase is a single family home that they're going to rent out part of that property. So they're going to live there, but they're going to rent out some rooms, or maybe we're looking for something with a mother-in-law downstairs or some bedrooms in the basement so that they can rent out some rooms, rent out a part of that home, but live there at the same time. Typically what this does is it allows you to subsidize your mortgage. You know, you buy the home, you have your mortgage payment, but then because you have people renting from you, you can drive your part of the mortgage payment that you're covering down to, you know, maybe $200–300, which is a fantastic deal. You know, I mean, people who are buying right now anyway are typically able to own for less than they were renting, and then when you add in some some renters and some roommates into the equation, it can be a really phenomenal deal. We have people getting into homes in 9th and 9th, Sugar House, close to the U, that, like I said, are paying $200 or $300 a month because the rest of their mortgage is subsidized by the people living with them. So it's a fantastic deal. The next scenario we're seeing people look for are multi-units. These have become increasingly popular. Something that a lot of people don't know is that it is actually possible to get residential owner-occupied financing with all of the benefits that comes with: low down payment, low interest rate, for duplexes or triplexes. And so we see a lot of buyers that are looking for these properties, living in one unit and renting out the other units. And a lot of times, to maximize their value, if there's a smaller unit, they'll maybe live in that one and then rent out the larger unit, so they're able to pull in the maximum amount of rents. And it's a phenomenal situation to put people into. And then, you know, they may choose to stay there long term, or they may choose to down the line convert that and have that as a full investment, and move into a single family home and be able to use the money that they cash flow from that property to help take them to that next step. Or they may turn around and sell the entire thing, and because they're able to show a strong rental history, are able to command a higher rate for that home. So there's a lot of really good options with multi-units out there. The last scenario that we're seeing people jump into are properties that cash flow now. Now these properties are few and far between, but they are out there. Particularly in multi-units, there are properties that, when set up correctly, you know, purchased for the correct price, and rents set correctly, that people are actually able to cash flow now, which is a phenomenal situation. To buy a home, to be living there for free, and then to be churning in, you know, $100, $200, $300 monthly that you're able to just kind of stockpile and stash away, is just a phenomenal scenario. And we are absolutely helping buyers step into that scenario. So it takes a lot more waiting and working, but we are seeing buyers step into that. So if any of these are something that you've considered, or if you know someone who's considering home ownership and would like to have that as an investment as well as a purchase, please feel free to contact us. We're happy to sit down for a one-on-one consultation, or shoot us a quick email or a text. We're happy to answer a few quick questions. As always, we're just thrilled to be your real estate resource. So thanks so much for checking in. As always, if you have any questions, please give us a call. 801-419-2681 will reach me. 801-550-2128 will reach Erin, my partner in crime. And over the next few weeks, we're going to visit a few properties that meet this criteria and just give you kind of a feel for what it is we're talking about. Have a great week.